Lost again, going back around, dreaming of a time when I get things right. Lost in the shadows of a million stars. Shouldn't they enlighten my near and far? Shouldn't they at all just tell me where you are? Send a prayer if I'm out of luck. Send a little love and I'll make it back. Send me a letter.
So we are almost there, and we've been using our Garmin GPS. It's actually Vin's, and the way that it's taking us is on a ferry, which we were not aware that we had to do. So yeah, this is a new experience for us. We're looking forward to it. It says we should be there in about 20 minutes. So the ferry ride, just by looking at the map, is super short. Yeah. So I don't know. This is interesting. This is an interesting Alabama experience. Auto ferry traffic, left lane. Okay, here we go.
Very closed.
In 1/4 mile, turn left on Alabama's
Why
coastal
would it be
connection.
closed?
Well, needless to say, getting here has been truly an adventure. We are now in Mobile, Alabama, going underneath
the
the
bay.
bay. Oh, sitting at the top of dock on the bay.
Sitting at the bottom of the bay.
Well, this is new. We have almost been on a ferry today, but now we're going a different direction. So I'll tell you guys more about that later. Yeah, we definitely have a story to tell. Everybody is doing what they like. Dad is fishing, Andy's fishing. These two are making sand sculptures and castles and whatever they do.
Don't help me if I get pooped on. Your new shirt. Almost. What can we give them?
Not with all of them here,
Let me have some of those goldfish. Don't want those. Hey, where's the goldfish at? Oh, that's a lot.
So welcome everyone to our Gulf Shores vacation vlogs. As you can tell, this is a really beautiful place. This is our first time going, and we thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. We chose to go here rather than Florida just because of the hurricane damage where we normally go. So this was our first time going, and we thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. These clips are from a dolphin excursion we took. It was a very rough night, and we really did not see any dolphins, but it was really fun to see the lay of the land. Here we are on the Mobile Bay side, and we did go around from the bay side to the Gulf of Mexico. But it was a really beautiful night, really beautiful cruise, and I'm gonna take you guys along as we explore Fort Morgan and the museum. And it was a really, really awesome place to go. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Good morning. Today we are going to visit Fort Morgan State Historical Site. This was a fort used up until the 1900s during World War II, and we're gonna go check it out, which is super exciting. We have our family with us, and it is a really nice day. It's a little overcast, but to this side of the road is the Mobile Bay, and then on the other side of the fort is the Gulf of Mexico. So this is just a couple houses that were actually used during the fort times, but now they use them for like offices. I don't think we can tour those, but they have like a museum, a tower you can climb, and you can go through like the ruins of the fort, which is awesome. So I will bring you guys along. So prices, it's $8 for an adult and then $5 for a child or senior, but you can do 2 adults and 2 children for $20. So, and then you just drive back here and park, and then you pretty much can walk the rest of the way. Right behind us is the Dolphin Island Ferry, which we would love to take, but has been too busy. So you can see the close proximity to the bay. The bay is just around. So we are gonna park here and check it out. So this is called a Coronade. It's a short, smooth bore cast iron cannon. This is a cannon used by the Royal Navy. Isn't that cool, Bubby?
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Pretty awesome.
I want one of them.
You want one of those cannons?
Yeah. I shoot ships so bad.
So this is Sand Island Lighthouse. It was built in 1837. And this is what the lighthouse looked like. This lighthouse was extinguished and the lens removed in 1971. And there's the lens. Isn't that awesome, Bubby?
Yeah.
That's what it looked like at the top of the lighthouse. Isn't that amazing? That's just the lens. So this is this is a brick from the build, and it has pieces of bones embedded into it. And this one actually has a cat print embedded in the brick, which is amazing. But I'm assuming it was made in this brickyard.
It was used in 18...
This is a replica of the USS Tecumseh, which we saw when we were out on our little tour on the boat. And this whole entire ship is sunk right outside of this fort, and no one survived, literally feet away from the shore. It is so sad. Look how giant it is. And this top part still sticks outside of the water today, which is unbelievable. Here's a picture of the ship sinking. So sad. So this is pretty cool. These are some holiday menus from Fort Morgan. So this was 1912. They had oyster soup, olives, pickles, roast turkey, oyster dressing, giblet gravy, cranberry sauce, celery, mashed potatoes, candied sweet potatoes, creamed pear, English plum pudding, brandy sauce, coconut cream pie, mixed candies, assorted nuts, claret punch, cigars, cigarettes, and cocoa. And then this was their Christmas menu. Kind of a lot of the same things, but they had fruitcake, pumpkin pie, chestnut dressing, bananas, nuts, oranges, coffee. Here's a Christmas card. That is pretty cool. And then this is some dinnerware that was found. This is from the 1912s. It was made by American China makers during the late 19th and 20th centuries for the U.S. Army's Quartermaster Department. Pretty cool. Great. So this is a U.S. pattern 1902 full dress coat for Coast Artillery enlisted men. And this was the uniform coat of Sergeant Wesley Bailey. He served at Fort Morgan from 1913 to 1916. And this is another artillery field uniform. Pretty awesome. this is where they would bring in, you can see the tracks from a train track. They would bring in supplies and artillery. So we just went through that tunnel, and here is the actual fort. Pretty unbelievable. The shape of it is pretty awesome. The shape is kind of almost a star shape. Look how interesting this is. On the top is actually cactuses growing, which is amazing. And there's this little like spring running, and it's full of fish. It's amazing. So this is what they call a dry moat, and it surrounds the fort and provides a means of moving about the fort during an attack. The drainage system, called a cunette, encompasses the moat. Pretty amazing.
My goodness. Well, it's certainly a cave of that. With all this water. Yes, it is. What a life. You know what they say. They say it takes a
Oh, that wind feels so good. So there's a lot of this buildup on the brick, like you're in a cave. I guess it would be called calcification, which is pretty amazing. But the architecture of this fort is fantastic. So this is a fabulous view from the top of Fort Morgan. So this is where the Gulf and the bay meet. So over here is Mobile Bay. And then over here is the Gulf. On this side, and actually where we're staying is right here on the Gulf, maybe like 5 minutes. It's pretty fantastic. So this was their little church, which is pretty awesome. And this would have been kind of like what their bunks look like. So that was our visit to Fort Morgan in Fort Morgan, Alabama. So very unique, very interesting, and very enjoyable if you ever get a chance to come.